So in this video, I'm gonna help you solve two things. One is finding more people to find backlinks from, good backlinks from. And two, finding a good list of people to put on our ads list when we're building our list. Okay, so the first things first, I know sometimes it gets hard to find backlinks, but what you can actually do is you can put in go into a market or keyword market that that's very SEO driven or that is very competitive when it comes to the digital landscape. Like for example, concrete contractors, right? I know Orlando, Florida is a hot spot for concrete. And let me show you here. Actually, the keyword just Orlando is actually better, but you can go in here. You can instead of, because I know the markets that we're targeting, they're a little bit smaller. So if you were to have a bigger lens when searching for this type of stuff, like for example concrete contractors in Orlando, we know that's a hot spot, right? So we can actually go here and look at which of these are local. These are all the sites that are ranking pretty well. You see here, and you can even see all the results here. We can go ahead and take a look at which ones are the local companies. Like for example, Acucrete is probably a good one. Not this Concrete Networks, but Kennedy Concrete is another good one. Dreamcrete. You see the mentality here. We can go and look at these local companies, see what they're doing, put them on Majestic, and see what their backlink profile looks like, and which one where we can find those good backlinks from. You see? And you can do this with different types of market. You can do this in another big city like I don't know, LA or something, or Fort Worth in Texas or something like that. Just think about the niche that we're going after and think about where the hot spots are at. Like for example, if it's a private investigator, investigator, I would think there would be a lot of competition if it's in Los Angeles. Private investigator Los Angeles. Sure enough, there's a lot of call volumes. I can go back down here and see which ones are the local companies. These ones are local companies. And the way I know it's a local company is that they only have a root domain here. They don't have like an extension. Like for example, this is good. This is probably good. This is another good one. Yeah, so I would go ahead and look at those in Ahrefs or Majestic to see their backlink profile. What I've found is that Ahrefs has had more backlinks that it can see comparatively to Majestic. That has been my experience, so I would kind of encourage you to lean in more into Ahrefs if we're looking for backlinks per site. But that being said, if you're used to Majestic, you can use that to just put in the metrics, right? Okay, so that's the first part. The second part of this video is I want to talk to you about finding a list to build. Again, we can use Ahrefs for this, and the mentality is the same. We kind of have to think about where the hot markets are at, where the competition is high. So let's stick with this one. Private investigator in Los Angeles. If you go down here, oh, by the way, this is the Keyword Explorer, okay? You go down here, go into the ad position history. You can see historically what people have done, and how many sites have tried to run ads. Oh man, there's actually a ton of people here. So we can go ahead and write in their root domain, and then do our ad research, right? Meaning doing our list building due diligence. And what I mean by that is I would go ahead and look into this. If we were to stay in this example, I would go into this and look at the owner, you know, find out more a little bit about them and if they're still running and stuff like that. I would probably stay away from these type of things because these are more the ones that have extensions are usually the ones that are bigger companies that have that are bigger companies that are not so local. Like SuperEye PI is probably a good one to look at. You see here, this is Texas, and we probably don't want that. So just be mindful of these type of things when we're building our list. Stride PI would do due diligence on this, seeing if this is actually a local company, you know. All right. And also there's multiple tools that you can actually use. Like for example, SpyFu. I don't know why this popped up, but I put this in earlier. I put in Concrete Contractors. I know it's a little hard to see here, but Concrete Contractors Orlando. And if you scroll down, you can actually find the current ads that are running. Again, mentality. The thought process is the same here, right? We can copy and paste the their root domain, and we can find out a little bit more about them. As you can see, Google is actually running their own ads. It's so popular over there in Orlando. And then of course you can go into SEMrush. Also, you can go to ad history. You can go here and take a look at their people that are running ads. So that's how you would build your list a little bit more reliably. And just a disclaimer here, the further away that person has been running ads, like for example, I wouldn't trust this anymore. Like for example, these guys are running ads back in 2016. I wouldn't trust these no more. I would stay a little bit more in the more present time. Like for example, these guys, SuperEye, they've been running ads for quite a while. So I would take a look at this in this scenario. So remember, reliability of the things that you're looking at, whether it's backlinks or building your list, it gets a little bit less reliable as further back you go into. Okay, just keep that in mind. Anyway, that's all I have for you, and if you have any questions, of course, always let me know. Alright? Thanks. Bye-bye.